Oh, my gosh.
Boy, oh boy, last night was a goodie.
That was a fun time.
I mean, Higgins is also a producer over on Saturday Night Live, and that's how we met each other. But great job last night. That was one of the most insane nights of my life ever.
Crazy.
Everybody in the audience, it was Saturday Night Live's 40th anniversary, so congrats to everyone up there, the crew and Lauren and everybody. They just put on a great show. But like you're sitting in this, it was great. But you sit in this, even rehearsals. I was sitting there in rehearsals. I'm doing a bit, and me and Justin are rehearsing. Timberlake, sorry. It's gonna be a lot of name dropping. Sorry, I was gonna warn you right now. A lot of name dropping.
A lot of names coming up.
Justin and I are rehearsing, and then I see Chris Rock, and so we start talking to Chris Rock. And then as we're talking, Lauren comes over, and then Lauren, so it's me, Lauren, Chris Rock, Justin Timberlake. Then Eddie Murphy comes over, and Eddie comes over, and he hadn't been in the studio in 30 years.
Yeah.
And it's just like, well, just to see what his reaction would be, his face, and he's just like looking around, he's like, it's just smaller than I remember it being. And it's like going back to your high school, and it's just talking to, so it's me and Chris and Eddie and Lauren and Justin, and right then you hear, hey guys, what you doing? Paul McCartney comes in, and I go, Paul McCartney, this is a true story. So Paul's there, he goes, yeah, we had a show last night, we did this thing, and, and Chris goes, who's on the show? He's doing the whole thing. And then who comes, not kidding, Jack Nicholson comes to rehearse his part. Yeah. So now it's Paul, Jack Nicholson, Eddie Murphy, Chris Rock, me and Justin Timberlake and Lauren. And then Seinfeld walks in. And I go, this is my comedy act from when I used to do it. I did impressions of all these people. This is my act. This is my act in real life. And everyone was just in the best mood and the best spirit. And what love up there. Yesterday was just so fun. We're just running around the halls here with Kristen Wiig and Maya was using the dressing rooms down here. And just seeing everybody, and Chris Kattan, and Sherry O'Terry, and Horatio Sands, and I was sitting in front of Jack Nicholson during the whole show, and watching, and we just laughed at the same stuff. The Celebrity Jeopardy, I know you had a hand in writing that,
yeah.
And we were just laughing, you were like, ha, 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 ha. That's how we laughed, and just like that, the fact that that's happening, then you go to a commercial break and there's Tom Hanks is right there, and you go, I went over to Tom Hanks and his shoe was untied, so I just went over as a bit and I went to tie his shoe and I go, anything else you need, Mr. Hanks? Before I even finished it, he gave me a $20 bill. Like that fast. It was all sorts of fun bits. Martin Short. How funny is Martin Short? And that wind thing he was doing with Maya was hilarious as Beyonce, but he's like getting blown by the wind. Like, no one can do that. He rarely misses. I'd never see him miss. No. He always hits a home run. I'm like, and Steve Martin? And Bill Murray, of course, knocked out of the park. The love theme. From Jaws?
From Jaws. Not the theme,
just,
the love theme.
So, I mean, and I got to talk to Jane Curtin and Lorraine Newman and just tell them how much I love them. It was just such a fun, great evening. And then, the craziest thing, we have the after party.
Oh.
So the show ends at 11:30. Quest, I saw you.
Yeah.
I think I saw you.
Yeah.
If I did see you, I apologize.
Yeah. So we go to the after party, and somebody says to me, so they have a stage set up. It's at the Plaza, right? That's where we were at? I'm trying to remember where I was.
Plaza Hotel.
At the Plaza Hotel. It's gorgeous. It's so fun. We go in there. They have a stage set up with just instruments, drums, mics, guitars, bass, keyboard, but no band. Just a setup. In case anyone wants to get on stage and jam. Who does that?
Yeah.
So somebody goes to me, dude, Aykroyd just called you out. He's on stage with Paul McCartney. So I go, oh my God, Dan Aykroyd and Paul McCartney? I'd love to go out and jam with those guys. So I go back, I go around, and tell my wife, I go, I'll meet you when it's over. So I dive in, I go out on stage. There's Dan Aykroyd and Paul McCartney. We sing a blues song, and then Taylor Swift is in the crowd. And so I go, I go, Taylor, come on up. So she goes like, great. She's unbelievably talented and so good. She's like, give me a guitar. So we give her a guitar. We all sing I Saw Her Standing There.
Yeah.
Me, Taylor, Paul McCartney, and Aykroyd. Then she does Shake It Off. So me and Paul McCartney are singing. I didn't even know he knew Shake It Off. So I was like, shake it off, shake it off. I was like, I invented shaking it off, And so we're jamming out there. We finish that. Paul splits. Aykroyd leaves. Taylor's like, I'm going to be stuck with you. So she leaves. So I'm only on stage by myself. Now I have to MC the jam.
The live jam.
Yeah, the live jam. So it just gets crazier and crazier. I know it's a long story, but I have to tell it. I see Miley Cyrus. I'm like, Miley, do you want to do anything? She's like, yeah, cool, I'll do something. So she comes up on stage, goes over to the keyboard, plays a sad song. Right?
Yeah, yo, it's about her goldfish or something.
Yeah. Her goldfish died, and she wrote this
Still
song.
beautiful.
Either way, it's
Either
Miley
way.
Cyrus, and she's talented,
Yeah.
and she just is unbelievably great. So she's doing the song, and it's great, and I see Ariana Grande, who we love, and she's another talent. We love her from the show, and she goes, I'll sing something. I go, all right, you're great. I go, come on up. So I go, all right. So Ariana Grande, everybody. So Ariana and Miley Cyrus and me. Again, I'm They don't want me up there. They don't want me up there at all. Yeah. And this band is just people that we just picked up in the back, and they're trying to think of what to do. I see Debbie Harry from Blondie right there, and I go, Debbie, would you want to do a Blondie song? She goes, yeah, sure, I guess. So she gets up. Her, Miley, and Ariana sing "Tide Is High."
Oh, Tide Is High, yeah.
Oh, Tide Is High. They do that. So then those guys split. They all get off the stage. Michael Bolton comes on. Little Bolton explosion, dude. Lord Boltron himself comes out. He does "When a Man Loves a Woman." Does the whole jam. Unbelievable. Ariana's harmonizing with him. I go, great. And somebody goes, the B-52s want to get up. I go, B-52s.
Oh, yeah.
You remember that? So
I remember it, yeah.
Fred comes to the B-52s get up, and he goes, and I go, do you want to sing Aretha Franklin or something? And he goes, no, we want to sing Love Shack. I go, okay. Does the band, you guys know Love Shack? And they're like, I don't know. I guess we'll try to learn it out. And he goes like, hop in my Chrysler. It's in the, not really, it's not really a note. So you're like, I don't know where to go with that. And he destroys it. Love Shack's amazing. That's great. They finish Love Shack. They go, great. The guy's looking at me. The stage manager guy's like, all right, wrap it up. Because Questlove's there. He's going to DJ.
I thought it was.
Yeah. Yeah, get ready, guys. I see at the corner of my eye Bill Murray. So I look at Bill. He's in the crowd. And he's like dancing. He's just awesome. So I go, do you want to come up? And he's like, so Bill Murray's coming. I go, oh, now it's going to get crazy. So Bill Murray, so Bill Murray comes around. He's got a tambourine already, and he's like really getting into it. And he comes on stage. This has all happened last night. It's unbelievable. So it's Bill Murray. Then behind him is Martin Short and Maya Rudolph. Then they bring Elvis Costello. Elvis Costello. This is crazy. Get ready. He sings "Pump It Up."
Yeah.
And I'm doing harmony with Elvis Costello. And I'm still on stage for just like 3 hours. So anyways, we're just jamming out. It's honestly, this is a fever pitch. We're ready to stop this whole thing. Goes over. Dave Chappelle goes, come here for a second. I go, he goes, dude, Prince is here. And I think that if you play it right, you could maybe convince him to do something, or jam or do something. I go, oh my God, are you serious? I go, this is big. How do I do this? So I'm just, again, I've had a few Kool-Aids. So I go,
Just a couple.
Yeah, so I go, Prince, if you're here, I dare you to come up on stage. That's how subtle. That's how subtle I am. All of a sudden, the crowd parts, and there's a purple smoke, and the dude floating, just floating towards the stage. It's almost like he had jetpacks on his knees or something. He's like floating. His feet weren't touching the ground. He was like floating over. He floats on stage, Prince, and he looks like Prince, and it is Prince. And he gets on stage. He grabs his guitar and he goes, "Dilly inebriated." Dilly inebriated. And he plays "Let's Go Crazy." And
the whole place came alive.
Whole place.
Jay-Z, Rihanna, everybody ran to the stage. Like
Jay-Z, Rihanna,
everybody was just running to the front.
It was
a mosh pit of celebrities.
I'm singing backup with Chris Rock.
Yeah.
And I just gotta say, and I'm still on that high. It was one of the best nights of my whole entire life. I wanted to share this with you. Long story, but how fun was that? Epic. Untoppable.
Untoppable.
Untoppable, guys.